Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Tom Corliss coming to you from my apartment. Usually when we do videos, it's me filming stuff in a theme park. But why are we in my apartment? It's because I bought this stuff. This is something new that just came out, and you're probably saying, what are you talking about? A peanut brittle is something that the theme parks have had forever. Well, this isn't, it's not actually peanut brittle. This is, it's upside down on the back. This is popcorn brittle. So it's, instead of peanuts being in the brittle, it's popcorn. So it's something new they're doing. Since I bought this, they actually have since introduced a caramel corn version, which I sadly don't have in front of me. We'll have to talk about that another time. Here are your nutritional facts on the popcorn brittle, but it's a caramel candy brittle with buttery popcorn. I almost think the caramel corn probably would work a little better than this, but nonetheless, we're going to try this out. So hopefully this, yeah, see that sticker? I guess you could just do that. It comes in a Nifty Tin, which is kind of cool. I like this tin a lot, which a lot of their popcorn stuff doesn't come in a tin. It comes in a bag, and a lot of their peanut brittle style snacks just come in those little baggies with a white cardboard card in them to keep it all together. But this is, it's a tin. It is a little expensive. It is $14.99 for this box. You do get a fair amount, but let's go ahead and open this and see how it is. You see, just like the stuff in the parks, it does just come in a bag once you get it out of the tin, but nonetheless, it doesn't have that little backer card. I don't know why they need to do it in a tin. Maybe it's being made off-site. I know a lot of their other candy stuff is actually made somewhere backstage and then sold on property, but there you go. And the bag is almost open, right? A little perforated bag. Oh, and now it's open. All right. So that's it's a lot of popcorn in there. It's a pretty, you can see it's a pretty sizable layer above the caramel there, which usually the peanut brittle's a little flatter, but alright, well I guess let's go ahead and try this, I guess. Oh wow, it's really hard. Wow. It's really, really thick compared to peanut brittle they sell at the parks, which I don't buy a lot of it at Walt Disney World. I end up buying a lot in California. I think they do a better job at Disneyland making the peanut brittle. This is much thicker. And actually, you could see it there. Look at, if we can get to focus. Look at how thick that is. That is just, it's really hard to bite through. The interesting thing is, even though it's not the caramel corn inside of it, it tastes like caramel corn because it is a caramel brittle. So maybe the caramel corn version would be a bit over the top. It's really, really chewy. Again, just way too much caramel. It's a little too thick, actually, I think. It's good, but I don't think I could eat nearly as much of this as I would the peanut brittle. It's a bit much. Focus back on that piece over there. While I'm going to take another bite and try it again. Oh my god. It's way too thick and tough. It's good, but it's way too thick and tough. I'm kind of glad I poured myself some water before starting this now, because I'm going to need it. Man. Again, I eat a fair amount of peanut brittle. I'm pretty used to peanut brittle. It's sticking to the teeth a lot more. It's just such a thick layer of caramel. And the popcorn's so big that there's a lot of big gaps where it's just that translucent brittle, which is just so, once you start chewing, it's just so chewy. It's such a thick layer that you can't, it's really sticking to the teeth, man. Oof. It's good. It's not bad. I don't think they've perfected it yet. But getting a good bite with popcorn in it, definitely that caramel corn flavor, just surrounded with this thick, brittle. So all in all, I'd probably buy this again. I'm curious to try the caramel corn one, but again, with the caramel brittle, it tastes like caramel corn's in it anyway. A caramel brittle layer over caramel is probably just going to be a bit of overkill, but yeah. So, if we can focus, there we go. You see, it's just real thick. Like, look at that. That right there is just, there's no popcorn there. That's literally just this thick caramel brittle, which, in peanut brittle, usually every bite you have some peanut there. There some pretty large gaps without popcorn. It's just like eating a layer of caramel, which isn't really something you want to be eating. But I mean, all in all, this is pretty good. It's like $15 for the whole tin. You get to keep it's a nice little, it's an actual tin. It's nice enough. So yeah, that's the new popcorn brittle they're selling at Disney parks. You get this nice big bag. I forget what the weight is on here. It's some amount of ounces. Let me move this over so we can look at the back of the tin again. It is 9 ounces. You get 9 ounces of this popcorn brittle. It stays for a while too. It's not gonna expire before another 6 months from now. It's $14.99. And, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's not great. I'd still prefer the peanut brittle, but it's something new, and, yeah. So, again, this was the caramel candy brittle with buttery popcorn. There is another one they have that has the caramel brittle with the caramel corn, which, again, seems like a bit much, but we'll have to try that in the weeks ahead. But, nonetheless, popcorn brittle. And maybe make sure you pour yourself a nice big glass of something to drink with it, because it is really sweet and really sticky and just an awful lot of caramel.